Welcome. This is Chris from the Craps Couple, and I would like to say thank you for subscribing, liking, commenting, and sharing the video. Appreciate you guys' input. Looking forward to more of it. Today we're going to continue with the low roller strategy. This is the low roller series. We're on session 6. Session 5 stopped with a $1,438 bankroll. Remember, in session 1 we started with a $200 bankroll and we worked our way up to $1,438. On the first session we started with a $5 minimum bet. We know, and you know, that you cannot find a place to make a $5 minimum bet on a real table, but you can on a electronic craps table and you can on a bubble craps. So that is the goal here, is to start with a $200 bankroll. Our quest is to get to $2,000, and that's what we're going to try to do. After we ended session 5, we ended up with $1,438. Today we are going to work with a $30 minimum bet, and the way that looks is 30, 35, 50, 60, 80, 120, 180, 240, and 360. As I said last time, I want to protect my bankroll. So I think in the previous session, I said on the top 3 rungs, we're not going to really parlay the bet. And on this one, we're going to not parlay on the top 4 rungs of the ladder. We want to protect our bankroll. We're not getting greedy. We're going to stay with the process. We're going to stay with the discipline. We're going to protect our bankroll. And the way that looks is we are going to not parlay that bet. What that means is typically I'm going to full press on the first bet. So if I win a $30 win on the don't pass, everything's on the don't pass, then I press that bet. So I have $60 out there. I'm going to get a full $120 win. When we get up to this level, I'm going to take the first one and I'm not going to full press it. That's on these top 4 rungs of the ladder. That's just an alteration that I think is smart when you've got to this level of your betting strategy. It doesn't change the fact of you're going to walk away with money. Okay, 5 sessions in, this will be technically like a 6th hour of play. So keep that in mind. This would be essentially a 6th hour of play. Let's go ahead and start out with a $30 bet. We don't reset to that first rung of the ladder until we get 2 wins. Regardless, that is the same. We're just changing the way we bet right here. Do we parlay? We parlay at this point. We don't parlay at this point. All right, the way I work is 12 rounds, 12 shooters, 12 sets of dice. So whenever we lose, we change the dice, and then we go for 12 rounds. Here we go. First round, dice are out. 8, hard, 44. That 8's the point. And a hard 10. So back-to-back hard ways, hard 10. That's an interesting set of dice. 9, center field 9. So we got 8, 9, 10, 45. And what do we got? A repeater, 45. Those repeaters are always interesting to me. 9, and there's a 3-peater, 3 9s, back to back. 6, hard, getting on that lower end now. I call the lower end anything below a 7, and guess what? There's the big red. As soon as I say it, 7. So what that's going to be is we're going to end that first round. That's going to be a $30 win, and as I stated before, it's going to be a full press, a parlay bet. That's the end of the first round. I use this wood chip to show you guys what it means to be at that first win level. Here we go. Dice are out. 5. No field. No field. There's no fields in the 5 or no wins in the 5. But the point is 5. Dice are out. 9. Center field 9. Man, those 9s are hot. I mean, if you knew that, bet on those 9s, right? And a quick 7 out. So that's going to be a $70 or $60 winner. Go ahead and rack that up. Remember, we started out with a $200 bankroll in the very beginning. All right. And now we're up, after session 5, we're up to $1,438. So that is the end of that second shooter. We're on to the third shooter. Here we go. We're going to go with a $30 bet. Here we go. 6 easy. And the point is 6. 8 easy. 62. So this works, and then it doesn't work sometimes. There's a 64 easy 10, but we are banking on it not working. But you can't predict a 64 repeater like that. Sometimes it wins, sometimes it loses. There is a 6 easy. All right, we expect some losses with this strategy. This is Stearn 2.0, and that's the way it works. All right, so now we're moving up to that second rung of that ladder. We are now moving on to that $35 level. And at any given point of this ladder, you're going to win your money back. So stay patient, stay disciplined, hard 8, and stick to the process. Stick to the process. Here we go. Dice are out. Hard 10. Wow. I think that's twice we hit a hard 8 and a hard 10. That is very rare. And then a boxcar's midnight. Are you kidding? Doesn't happen like that at the table typically. And there's a 7. There is a 7 out. So what do we have here? We had $35. Go ahead and pay that, $35. Parlay that bet. I don't know why that came up. And we are down with the third round. We are on to the fourth round. Let's go with the red dice. Here we go. 5. No field. No field 5. Point is 5. 7. Wow, what a quick one. A quick win. All right, so that's going to be a $70 winner. So that's a great win for us. So we're going to rack that up. And that's going to be a loss of the dice to this particular shooter. We're on to the next shooter. And we're going to get our $30 bet out there. Reset. Back to the first rung of the ladder. And dice are out. Somebody asked, how do you keep up with this? Well, the whole goal is that you develop some muscle memory. So I would recommend you get some dice and try to go ahead and play this out. Get one of those cheap craps tables, 9. So we got 8, 9. And try to develop some muscle memory so that you know how to bet this. And then a 7 out. That's a good win. $30. Go ahead and do a full press. Move that over to represent. And then that's off. And we are on to our 6th shooter. 12 craps. That's a push. No win, no loss. Dice are out. 6 easy. 51. Excuse me. And dice are out. 9. Center field 9. Ooh, 3 craps. That's our first low craps anyway, right? We haven't had an ace in both place. And a 7 out. So that's a good hit for us. So that's another winner. That one's a $60 winner. It's on the first rung of the ladder. You're only invested at this point $30. So that's great because that's a $90 winner. So 90 or I guess 30 would be 120. So you're racking $90. It's a good thing. All right, so now we're moving on to the second half of this fight, if you will, this shoot off. And we are going to just grab some dice. We're going to go ahead and bet that $30. And dice are out. 7. All right, so that's going to be a loss. That's the way it happens. We're going to move up that ladder. Now we're at the $35 level. Dice are out. 5. No field. 41. So, a lot of people wonder is anything cheating on the bubble craps? I can't answer that question particularly, but I can tell you that what happens here is the way the dice fall. So we just lost that $35 level. We are now moving up to that $50 level. which is going to be 2 greens. Hot shooter so far. Dice route. 8. 8 easy. 53. And, you know, I really can't comment on what Bubble Craps does. It just, sometimes it goes that way, sometimes it doesn't. Easy 6. 42. And this strategy can work and it can not work sometimes. As I'm saying that, at 62, that's a loss. And we move that up to the next level, which is a $60 bet. And dice route, hot shooter. 7, as I'm saying it. As I'm saying it, a hot shooter. They are crushing us, but that's okay. We expect it. But remember, we're not parlaying that bet when we get to that level. So we don't really want it to get to that level. So this is going to be an $80 bet. That's going to be 3 greens and 1 red. 80 bucks. Same shooter, same dice. 3 craps. That's a good one. We haven't crossed that level to where we're not parlaying the bets. So we are going to parlay that bet. There we go. Dice are out. 8 easy. 62. 8's going to be the point. 7. Wonderful. All right. Very good. So that's going to be a winner. Just like that. And 150, 160. It's a $160 winner. What a great win. We get to reset. Again, we protected our bankroll the whole time. We haven't got any danger. I forgot to move that over. But this shooter is done. That's the 7th round. It's done, and we're on to the 8th round. $30 bet. New shooter. And here we go. 7. Frontline winner. It's going to be a loss on that 30. You know, the big thing that the craps table has, or the casinos have on you, is they have a plan. So one thing you need to have when you walk into that casino is a plan. If you don't have a plan, then you're already behind the 8 ball. All right, point is 6. Oh, I'm sorry, point is 5. All right, 10 on the fringe. 10 easy. 64. And aces in both places for the first time. It has shown its face. Hard 10, so we're getting some doubles now. Get some double numbers. And 6 easy. 42. So, yeah, just know that. 6 repeater. 42. We got a $35 bet out there. No big deal. Wow. A 3-peater on that 6. 42. Impressive. And a 4. Little Joe. Little Joe from Kokomo. 31. Dice route. Ace deuce. Too bad that didn't come out, but that's okay. Doesn't matter. 9. Center field 9. Long shooter. Long dice roll. Yo 11. So the ATS is probably losing their mind right now. Woof. 12 craps. They are certainly losing their mind. They may have hit. I don't remember if we hit an 8 or not. 7 out. All right, 43. 7. That's going to be a winner on that don't. That's going to be $35. Going to do a full press on that. Show that right there. I'm going to move that down here. We're going to go to the next shooter. That is a loss of the dice. Here we go. Yo 11. It's a loss. It's a loss for us, but that's okay. Move it up. We're now at that $50 level. It's okay. I mean, this is going to happen, y'all. I know it seems like a lot of money, and it is a lot of money. But you got to stay with the process. Point is 5. Just develop your plan before you walk in. Make sure you have enough bankroll before you walk in. Make sure you have discipline before you walk in. Yo 11. So there we go. Yo. Hard 10. 10 hard. 55. 5. All right. That's going to be a loss. We're going to move that up to that next level, which is going to be 60. We're going to lose that. Going to go to the $60 level, and that's okay. We're on the 4th rung of the ladder. We should expect that to happen. Next shooter, 6. 6 easy. And the point is 6. So at this point, I'm not great with it because I like winning early, but I'm okay with it. So 53, 3 craps. I'm seeing a little bit of a shift in the table. It's okay. Just going to play it out. 7 out. Play it out. 7 out, right? There we go. That's going to be a $60 winner, but we're still at that parlay stage. So we're going to go ahead and shift that over. We're going to get a new shooter. We are now in the 10th round. 10th round. Here we go. Yo 11. That's going to be a loss. So go ahead and give that back to the dealer. We are now at that $80 level. It's going to be 3 greens and a red. See how this works? Never know. Hard 8. You know, if it's going to go like it has been going, that's going to be a hard 10 next. $100 on the hard 10, right? 5. No field. 5. And a 9. Center field 9. And 5. No field. No field 5. 9. Man, another center field 9. That's a great number to be on tonight. 5 and a 5. So just outside the fringe. Interesting. 7 out. 52. All right. So that's going to be an $80 winner. Go ahead and not rack it, but we're going to parlay that bet. And we are on to the 10th shooter. Now, what I do is if I don't get a reset by the 12th round, we go to extra rounds. So here we go. We're still in the fight. Yo 11. That knocked us down. So we just moved up to that no parlay level. So that's a $120 bet. So we are in that zone that is now affecting our bankroll. We are not going to allow ourselves to get crushed. 7. We just lost. There is a 7 loser. So we're moving up. Now, that was 120. We're going to that $180. That's going to be 100 right there, 75 right there, and you guessed it, another 5. That's 180. Here we go. Dice route. 5. No field. Point is 5. So we are in that point right now. I know we've won a lot, but the reality is it's not yours until you get to that 2,000 bankroll. Hard 4. 7 out. Remember, I said I wasn't going to parlay this bet. So, but that doesn't change the fact that we can't reset until we win twice. So we got $180. The fortunate thing on this is because the plan that I had before I walked in to bet was I'm not going to parlay this bet. So I'm going to rack it. So I don't lose as much if it doesn't happen. Got to protect the bankroll, y'all. Got to protect the bankroll. Same shooter, though. Dice around, or no, sorry, not the same shooter. Moving on. We're on to the 12th shooter. We're looking at the 12th round. Here we go. And a 7, and that's why. That is why. So we just lost that. We're now moving up. We're at that $240 level, which is huge. All right, so there's 200. There's 3 reds and a green. It's going to be 240. Remember, we're going for 2 resets before we go out, or unless we go off the top. And there's a yo 11. We're at that top of that ladder. So there's a black. That's our only black chip that we ever had. We're moving up to that $360 level. We could be getting crushed right here, y'all. All right, there's 2. There is 300. And there is $60. Remember, started with a $200 bankroll. Here we go. 6 easy. 42, 6. And this is session 6. 9, center field 9. And you never know how this is going to go. But you got to keep playing. You got to keep the discipline. Again, we are trying to come out. with a profit. We started out in session 1 with a $200 bankroll. We're still doing all right, 12 craps. But the reality is we are getting crushed right now. And a 9, another center field 9, 45. But we are better than we was with the beginning of this thing as ace deuce. But a good shooter has definitely turned things around for us. A 12 craps, and an 8. Easy 8. 53. 7 out. Remember, I'm not going to parlay this bet, but I am going to make it easy on me. So there's 1, 2, 3. So there's 3, 50, 3, 60. Even though that is typically a parlay bet on this time because I don't want to lose all my money, we are going to not parlay that bet. All right, so we're going for the last shooter. Here we go. And dice are out. 7, and that's why. That is exactly the reason why I don't want to do that. All right, so we just went over the top of the ladder. This is our 6th session. We lost. All right, so we'd reset. This is the time where you walk away. This is not the time where you continue to press your bets. You need to know that the table's not working for you at this moment. It's important for you to realize that. It's important to know that, hey, I did not do great that time, but let's see how it impacted us. Even though we went to the top of the ladder, okay? We started with $200 bankroll at session 1. We're at session 6 right now. How did it impact us? So here we go. We know that's 500, right? We know that's 600, 700, 800, 900, 1,000. So 1,025, that is 1,100. 1,105, 1,100, 1,125, 1,135, 1,140, 1,148. We lost. That just happened. But we protected ourselves because of the 4th rung of the ladder. Even though we got smoked that round, we still have $1,148, right? $1,148, even though we started with a 1,438. So this was session 6. We need to go forward with session 7. What do you do? How do you adapt? What does that look like? I'm going to tell you. It's going to look like going back down to the $25 level and only leaving these 3 rungs without a parlay bet. I appreciate you guys watching. We're on a quest for $2,000. Hit that subscribe button. Thanks for watching. See you again next time.